Well, hi, I'm Maggie Kerrigan. I've been a studio artist here at the Artist Gallery and the Virginia Beach Art Center for about 10 years, and my specialty is working with paper, specifically from books. So I create sculptural pieces using books. I've been involved recently this year heavily with a new exhibition that we're doing here at the Virginia Beach Art Center. It's called Aware 2022 for this year because it's an annual exhibition that we plan to continue in the future. The neat and different thing about this exhibition is that it has a focus on cultural groups, social issues. It's really got a humanities focus that our other exhibitions don't necessarily have. The focus this year is on our local Native American community. However, next year we'll have a totally different theme and focus. So I got tapped to be the lead artist on this exhibition this year because of an artwork that I made. It's a large installation piece, and it's based on the historical information that I learned earlier this year about Indian boarding schools. So I had never even realized that the government ran a program of boarding schools for Native Americans, much less the fact that these boarding schools were designed to strip the heritage, strip the culture out of Native Americans and assimilate them. And then the fact that these boarding schools were doing this through really cruel, horrible practices. So I felt really strongly that there should be some way, because I never knew this before I was first introduced to this through a book that I read. I felt like there needed to be a way to bring awareness about this to other people. And this idea for a community art installation started poking at me, tapping me on the shoulder, saying, "You need to do this, Maggie." And I really thought, no, this is too big of a project. I don't think I could accomplish it. But I was talking to some other people, and the leadership here at the Art Center really did believe that that would be a very valuable project and that we should pursue it. So the Aware exhibition has three components this year. We have artwork that's being submitted by local artists and Native American artists that's focused on local Native American culture. We also have the piece that I made that I was talking about a few minutes ago. And then the third component is going to be the Feather Project, which will be feathers that have been submitted from around the United States and actually from Canada and the UK as well. Plus, I just heard today that there are feathers coming in from Italy. But what we have done is we've invited the public to make feathers out of paper. And then these feathers are going to be suspended from the ceiling of the gallery. We've had, since March, over 2,500 feathers submitted to us. Each feather comes with stories, with messages from people all over the world, essentially, with wishes and hopes for healing, for reconciliation, and to acknowledge the lost children and the lost souls from the boarding school program. So if you want to participate in the Aware exhibition, you can plan to come to some of our events. On November 4th, 6 to 8 p.m., we will have our opening of the exhibition, and we are working with Nikki Bass from the Nansman Nation. That's our local Indian nation. She will be our guest speaker on November 4th from 6 to 8 p.m. You can visit the exhibition between the 4th and the 13th while it's hanging and have this experience for yourself. And then the day the exhibition ends, November 13th, from 2 to 4 p.m., we're going to have another speaker, Joanne Faulkner, who's going to be speaking about her great-grandmother's experience as a boarding school student in the boarding school that where what is now Hampton University, when that was a boarding school in the late 1800s. So plan to come to those events. When you're here in the gallery, of course, we hope that you'll experience the immersion of being among all these feathers, but we'll also have messages, and we'll have resources for you to be able to learn more about all of this. The whole point of Aware, we're not trying to tell someone else's story. What we're trying to do is bring people to the story so that you can find out for yourself and get interested and read more and take action yourself as a result of your participation.